So basically, we all are either in resistance or in allowing. And today I'm going to show you what they mean and how to assess which energy you're really in, because sometimes you think, oh yeah, I'm allowing, I'm open, but you're really not. And I'm going to show you how you know that. And by the way, there's no judgment here because we, as human beings, we're going to be in an ebb and flow of resistance and allowing. That's part of human nature. But our journey is to be in more of an allowing state. All right, let's look at the difference between the two. And then you'll assess where you are. So resistance energy, you know you're in that energy when you're in struggle. If you're an entrepreneur, you're always working really hard to get the business going. It always feels like a struggle and pushing. It doesn't have to be just entrepreneur, but that's an example. You tend to be in resistance, you're judging yourself, judging others. You feel separate from source, God, universe, however you see it. You feel separate from other people. You don't feel, you're kind of losing that connection. You see more what's wrong rather than what's right. It's a resistance to be open to what's possible. So those are some examples. An allowing state is when you are connected to source, God, universe. You feel it, you live it, it's part of you. Usually you have a practice to cultivate it. You're open to new things, new opportunities. When somebody says to you, have you ever thought about doing or thinking about something in this way, rather than saying, no, that's not for me, which is resistance, you are open and go, let me look at that. Let me look at that. Be open. When you're allowing, you feel that connection, not just to God and universe, but to all things. You feel like when you're walking around in the world, there's a connection and you open your heart, you're more open-hearted. And things flow easier. Sometimes, again, as an entrepreneur, I use this as an example, you suddenly find people are calling you for sessions. It's just flowing to you. Sometimes even it seems like I haven't done anything and it's happening to me. It's kind of like you keep getting that parking space easily. You know, those things just happen to you, flowing and much more easier. So I'm going to use entrepreneur as an example and ask yourself, like in business, the question, are you making the money that you want? We'll use that as an example. The kind of money that you want where you feel free. Now, if you said no, you're probably in a resistance energy. Now, that's not a judgment again. All it means is that when something isn't happening in your life, whether it's more money, more wealth, more, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to find love, whether you want to find more joy, and it's not happening, that means you're in a resistant state. And we all do that. Of course we do. It's part of being human. But you can reduce that amount of resistance by, number one, being aware. You have to be aware. So when things are not going well for you, ask the question. Just stop. This is the first thing you can do. Am I in allowing or resistance energy? Then you'll know, okay, with the money I've been waiting for a year, 2 years, it's not happening. The clients I want is not happening. So now you know there's some resistance. And then you can ask question number two, what is this resistance about? Is it about fear? Is it about not believing that I'm capable? Just ask the questions, journal it. And then once you know what that is, what that resistance energy is, the last thing you can do is ask yourself, what's one small baby step that I can do to move towards that wealth that I want, or towards the weight I want to lose, whatever your thing is that's you're not manifesting, and do one baby step. So let's say it's more wealth. What might be one baby step that you could do? Well, as a coach or a therapist or a practitioner, a great question to ask yourself is, To make more wealth, what would be one thing that I could do right now, the best thing that to bring in more income? Now, that question opens up the flow. It opens up allowing states. Good questions open up your flowing state. That's a good question because it's going to get you some kind of positive answer. Write that question down and then just start doing some automatic writing. What's one thing I could do right now if I were to choose anything that could bring me in more wealth? And the answer will come. It will just come. It might be, let's say you've been doing posting and you let it go and you're not connecting with your right fit people. One small thing I could do is to start posting, or even before the posting, is just generating some ideas that I really want to share with my community so I can start connecting with them. That could be the one thing. Or it might be, I need to speak more. So this week I'm going to start looking for where I can speak online or on stage, because that's where I connect with both, or in video. And that's how you open up your allowing state, by being aware, asking these questions. So come back to this video if you want those questions again. Maybe you were driving and couldn't get them. Do it. You will start opening up your field. And when you open up your field, so much more is possible. It is where you become a magnetic manifester, because when you're open, you can receive. If you're closed, door is closed, can't bring in more resistance. Allowing is where more joy is, more connection to everything. It is the place that you want to be in life, in your work, in your relationships, and everything. I hope this was helpful today. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, because I do lots of videos for entrepreneurs on healing your blocks to success, client attraction, and all things manifesting. And I have a gift below. We just kind of touched on, sometimes we have these blocks that are holding us back from what we want. And one of my favorite techniques is the tapping technique to help you release the blocks. And in the description below, you can get my free gift, the Tapping Success series, where you literally can plug in what's blocking you, or a fear or a doubt that you recognize that you have. And I will do tapping with you in the video, where you can start releasing and unblocking what's holding you back from that beautiful allowing energy that you want to have.